When pyramids are mentioned, Egypt often comes to mind. However, to the south, a magnificent Kushite kingdom flourished. Among their most impressive accomplishments are the over 200 elegant pyramids constructed at the Meroë necropolis that serve as a testament to Kush's enduring magnificence. Another remarkable aspect of the Meroitic civilization was its formidable queens, who were given the title Kandake. In this video, we'll check into one of Kush's greatest queens, who reigned during the time of Cleopatra in Egypt until she was deposed in 30 BC by Augustus Caesar. Amanirenas, as she was known, was a queen regnant who governed the kingdom from the late 1st century BC to the early 1st century AD. Inscriptions bestowing upon Queen Amanirenas the titles Kore and Kandake indicate her independent rule. She is renowned for leading the Kushite army in a 4-year war against the Romans from 25 BC to 22 BC. This conflict played a significant role in thwarting Rome's southern expansion into Kush, an achievement that eluded many male leaders of her era. Beforehand, the Kushite kingdom had thrived through the exchange of their gold and wealth with Egypt. However, the political dynamics shifted when Roman forces, who were led by Augustus, took control of Egypt from Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Amanirenas, upon assuming leadership of her kingdom, strategized and successfully executed attacks against the Roman forces who were threatening to occupy her land. She skillfully marshaled her army during a brief absence of Roman troops as they were on a campaign in Arabia. Under her command, her forces successfully seized control of the Roman-occupied cities of Aswan, Phili, and Elephantine. The Kushite forces took Romans as captives and looted the cities, including the destruction of statues depicting Caesar Augustus. Afterward, they retreated to Eldake, where the initial clashes of the 4-year Meroitic Roman War began. An important piece of evidence attesting to the Meroitic raids on the Romans is a bronze head of Augustus Caesar that was discovered buried beneath the steps of a temple. This temple was an important center that was dedicated to victory in the Kushite capital of Meroë. This head was detached from a statue and purposefully positioned at the conqueror's feet, serving as a lasting symbol of the queen's triumph over the Roman leader. Over time, this bust remained intact and is currently exhibited at the British Museum. The primary historical record of the war comes from a document that was finalized around 20 AD. The document was titled Historical Sketches and was authored by the Greek historian known as Strabo. Within this text, Strabo notably refers to her as Candace, which is a Latinized version of Kandake, and characterizes Amanirenas as a masculine woman with one eye destroyed. The study of the Meroitic Roman War presents significant challenges. Strabo's account mentions that Petronius led an expedition to Napata, a Kushite town, ultimately leading to its destruction after the capture of Caesarea. Following Petronius' triumph, the Kushite army dispersed in different directions, some seeking refuge within cities, some venturing into the desert, and others finding safety in nearby islands. Amanirenas, alongside her son, however, remained in Napata. As a result, the Roman Empire's southern border extended beyond Egypt to Caesarea, which was Latinized as Primis in Lower Nubia. Although Strabo's narrative portrays the Romans as triumphant, the actual results of the war paint a different picture. This makes some historians cast doubt on this narrative. Furthermore, historians are actively engaged in the task of decoding Meroitic records of the war. Once we decipher the grammar and vocabulary required to comprehend extended prose in this language, it will significantly broaden our understanding of the historical events that occurred between these two influential powers. As 21 BC started, both armies had grown weary. Recognizing this, Amanirenas dispatched envoys to Samos, to engage in negotiations with Augustus. In the end, the Romans made concessions to the kingdom of Kush that diminished Rome's political and economic influence while affirming Meroitic sovereignty. The ensuing peace treaty led to the Roman withdrawal from a portion of the 30-mile strip, which included Caesarium. Additionally, the Meroites were relieved from the obligation of paying tribute to the empire. This restoration of Meroitic authority in Lower Nubia signifies a triumph for the kingdom. This treaty remained in effect until the conclusion of the 3rd century AD, and during this period, the relationship between the Kushites and Roman Egypt largely stayed harmonious. The kingdom of Kush continued to be a great force until its decline in the 4th century CE. While the kingdoms of Kush would eventually lose their strength and integrate into the Roman Empire, Amanirenas' achievements in confronting Roman forces solidified her place as one of the rare historical figures who resisted Roman dominion, leaving a lasting legacy.